Non-Pumelelo Rial Kunene is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Les Brown international speaker. She is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. Rial is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective, inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes in a seriously funny way. Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. Rial's book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. Rial Kunene wears many hats as a professional certified sales manager, CEO, strategist, certified travel counselor, trainer, esthetician, philanthropist, diplomacy protocol officer, international human rights analyst, and a commissioner for OAS. Following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalm 27 and 40. Keep her to rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Rial Kunene!
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, amazing speakers, for sharing such a profound message around human rights. I'm just thinking, you've just set the bar high for me. You've really set the bar high for me. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to fit in your shoes. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and fit in your shoes. But before I always continue, I like double checking. I just want to double check if I'm in the right platform here. How many of you with a raise of hand can say that, Rial, I have never, ever complained in life? Never, ever complained in life. Seemingly, I'm in the right platform because, sometimes in life we go complaining about everything. Oh, the weather is really bad today. Traffic was worse than expected. My family drives me crazy sometimes. Oh, the movie was really disappointing. You name it. Though whining can be a way to build an inspiration, it can also keep us from acting, and it gives excuses time to procrastinate from achieving goals. One thing I've realized is that we usually complain in the wake of a negative situation. We tend to focus more on the problem than finding potential solutions. It's always much easier to complain than to find a solution. And individuals who whine on a regular basis, they're up to have a bad health. So next time you'll find you complaining that, why do pizzas come in square boxes, yet they're round? And funny enough, they're cut in triangles. Does that sound like you? Yeah, please write this down. Write this down. Bullying prevention. Bullying prevention. What comes into your mind when you hear the word bullying? Bullying. What comes into your mind? I just want you to give me a sign in the chat box. Just say it if you know the meaning of bullying, because really bullying happens when someone hurts or scares another person on purpose, and the person being bullied has hard time defending themselves. So I'm going to use a very simple language here because I know our audience will have from the age of 6, because they'll have to hear about bullying in schools, bullying in workplaces, bullying in communities. They'll have to hear this message. So everyone needs to get involved to help stop bullying. Good people, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life, but you'll have to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So my 6-year-olds, you don't have to be an adult to get started stopping bullying, but you'll have to get started as you are, because bullying is wrong. It is a behavior that makes the person being bullied feel afraid or uncomfortable. And there are many ways that young people bully each other, even if they don't realize it at that time that they are doing it. Because some of these include like punching, shoving, and other acts that hurt people physically, spreading bad rumors about people. It happens amongst adults, it happens amongst children, keeping certain people out of a group, like you're gonna pick your best friends and then sideline the other person, teasing people in a mean way and getting certain people to gang up on others, teasing people in a mean way. Yes, you do that. My 6 to 13-year-old, my adults, my every, like all the adolescents, they do that. So it's high time we gain more knowledge on how we can all stop bullying, because we all have a voice, but not everyone knows how to use it. So as an advocate for human rights, I encourage change makers and educate them on the issue at hand so that their voices can be heard too. So I work with the individuals in charge, listening closely before calling out issues that need change. So I serve not just as a vocal protester, but I go one step further by encouraging these changes through education instead of merely telling government leaders why something needs fixing, which happens quite frequently. So good people, we really have to intervene in any bullying incident. Adult like us has a huge role to play, because intervening in bullying incident generally stops the behavior and it sends a message that this is not acceptable. So when intervening, like as an adult, you need to stay calm and ensure that everyone is safe. Listen attentively to all points of view and also determine if bullying is actually the case in this situation. And then ensure support is provided to the person impacted by the behavior, the person that is engaging in the behavior, as well as the bystanders witnessing the behavior. Make sure to take into account the age, maturity level, as well as the individual circumstances, because it is important that the person engaging in the bullying behavior has the opportunity to understand the impact or on their actions. So it's high time, this is high time to gain more knowledge on bullying prevention. So it's a wake-up call to everyone. But when that alarm clock goes off, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and make a difference? Make a difference to those around you in your community. Stop bullying, prevent bullying by all means. So our organization, it fills a critical role in the society by providing valuable services that governments may not always deliver. From poverty relief to human rights advocacy, we are the vital for supporting the vulnerable members of our community. So we are an integral part of society, and we are involved globally in human rights, climate change, as well as humanitarian aid. And there are many ways in which we need to persuade governments to adopt human rights related legislations. Some of these including like providing information for the general public through exhibits, side events, and formal speeches, or lobbying officials during meetings and negotiations. We need to be proactive in our communities, good people, because bullying prevention is an ongoing, collaborative, as well as problem-solving process that is an essential part of creating a welcoming, caring, respectful, and safe learning environments for everyone. So it requires a comprehensive approach. And with this comprehensive approach, trust me, there are no single solutions in this. It's a comprehensive approach, like I've mentioned. So we have key components on how we can actually prevent bullying from even taking place. I believe that adult leadership is the foundation for creating proactive and responsive bullying prevention strategies and modeling healthy relationships. So we, by building a common understanding, will make everyone aware of the importance of healthy relationships and how to nurture them, and what bullying behavior looks like, as well as how it affects people and how to respond and prevent it. So good people, as flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before you assist others, because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. So it's your time to put on that oxygen mask first by listening and practicing what I am sharing today on bullying prevention. Just as we personalize learning, we also need to personalize our approach to incidents of bullying in our communities. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because every situation is different and it requires a unique solution. So there are ways for parents to prevent bullying, and then there are also ways for our amazing children out there to prevent bullying. So for our parents out there listening and watching under my voice, you'll have to listen to your children or listen to those kids around you. If someone tells you bullying is happening, take action to stop it. If someone is exhibiting bullying behavior, let that person talk about his or her experiences and offer support in a non-judgmental way. Be a positive role model. Adults out there, be a positive role model, kings and queens. Set a good example, reinforce positive behavior, and create constructive leadership situations. As well as you'll have to set consequences. Make bullying unacceptable. By all means, make it unacceptable, and also get involved in your communities, bullying prevention initiative, as well as you'll have to share your concerns about bullying and your bullying ideas for preventing bullying in the community. So now we're coming back to our princesses and our princes. How can we prevent bullying? You know, you'll have to be part of the solution. If you see any bullying behavior, always tell an adult. If you see others being bullied, tell someone you trust. If you are being bullied, keep telling people until you get the help. Don't be afraid of telling and not getting response. Keep telling. You will finally get the help that you need. And also get involved in your school's bullying prevention initiatives. Take part in groups and school committees, speak about bullying prevention at assembles, join in events that teach bullying prevention skills, and be a leader to other kids. Be a good leader. 6 to 9, 10 to 13 adolescents, go out there and be a good leader. You know, it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, Nompumelelo, they always butcher my name. And it's okay, because I understand it's a long name, but Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. If I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe, let me say, in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those people. So just give me a sign, drop in the chat box if you have any dreams and goals that you want to achieve in the next 6 months. I'll come back and check. So if you have any dreams that you want to achieve, please write this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a human rights analyst, my purpose is so simple. My purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. So I also make a difference by bringing solutions and educating others, because good people, remember that a right is a freedom of some kind. It doesn't matter where we were born or what kind of family we were born into. We all have the internal recognition of the moral quality of one's motives and actions. Nelson Mandela once said, to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. And trust me, this message stirred something within me. So I am a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations from even happening in the first place. So what I do, I consult on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. I advise on behalf of best practices for implementing human rights programs. And I can also assist with the audits of operations against international standards. So I do research and help draft human rights related policies on discrimination at work, harassment at work, diversity and inclusion, patients' rights, and many, many more human rights related policies. So I have a duty of raising awareness of people's rights and providing solutions, because I believe that an essential thing in human rights is based on the principle of respect for the individual. So I work towards raising awareness and providing solutions, believing that the most critical thing in our species right is based on moral grounds. So each individual deserves respect no matter what they do or who they are. I so wish you can tell yourself that, you know what, I've had enough. It's high time I go out there and be the change that I want to see in this world. I go out there and make a difference in my community. But before you go out there and make a difference in your community, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. It's so funny because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. So I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to stop bullying in our communities, in order for us to prevent human rights violations. That's the lion mindset. You know, it's so funny when I was in the eighth grade. When I was in the eighth grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you are watching and listening under my voice, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes. Since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has a better plan for every one of us. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe once said, the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the dreams, all the visions, all the talents, all the skills have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it gave me sleepless nights. And I am proud, I am really proud that I started writing my book, Rise to Greater Heights, which is a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. And I didn't stop there. Like, if you remember it very well, in May 25th, 2020, George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I believe that we need to stand for a world where no one shall live in fear because of their condition, their color of their skin, and where the criminal justice system treats everyone fairly and equally. That's the reason why I decided to write human rights, which are God-given fundamental rights and freedoms. And I believe that everyone is born free and everyone has the right to life. So no one should ever be subject to such unjustified violence, because I believe that we're also equal in dignity. And I have so many books, so many books. What's holding you back? Is it fear, procrastination, distraction, mediocrity? What's holding you back? It's so essential to assess your goals, progress. You'll have to cultivate your mindset for success. And lastly, resilience to greatness. So I believe all these books has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. And I also have a free transformation guide. It's available on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. With a free transformation guide, trust me, you'll be able to explore leadership, empowerment, being purpose-driven, mentorship, coaching, resilience to greatness, emotional intelligence, mental health, and many more topics, including spiritual growth. Because growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And thank God I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message because I had everything because of my mama's love. I love you. I love you so much, mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Gunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. Thank you. So right now we are at the end of the podcast. So please feel free to share your final thoughts on the subject, human rights, with the audience, as well as remember to share with the audience how they can reach out to you if you want to promote your book, if you have any events going on, anything that you want to share with the audience. Please, the floor is yours. I will give it to Rose. You can take the floor, the stage, Rose.
Hi, yeah. Sorry, I'll get used to this technology thing one of these days, I'm telling you. I just want to kind of finish with a thought, really. Like I said, myself and Jenny were available through My Life Autistic and the website, mylifeautistic@gmail.com, social media. If you need support, you need help. It is just me and Jenny at the moment, but we try and help and support as many people as we can. We'll signpost you to somebody that can maybe advise, we will try and do something. So please get in touch. And like I said earlier, if you want to put a community comment or a caregiver comment, we're quite happy to look at that. Just, get it across to us and what we can put it out in our network. I think the thing we need to remember is people are just as diverse as water, creates power, sustenance, allows for growth, and keeps people alive. People make too many assumptions. You can't assume when it comes to anyone, because you could be looking at the ocean and thinking of a puddle. So stop making assumptions, stop assuming everybody's the same as you. Listen, talk, open communication, take down walls, because walls just stop people from touching your heart. Walls stop people from connecting. Walls, great for castles, not so good for people.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rose. You can go ahead, Mary, and share your final thoughts on the topic and remind how the audience can reach out to you.
Okay, thank you all for being here. It's been so amazing. The thing I want you to take away is that PTSD can be cured. There is just a lot of stuff going around and people assume it's going to be with them forever and assume they're going to have these same triggers and that that's the way it's going to move, but that is not the way that it has to go. EMDR is there. There's some other somatic treatments that are available that are different from that traditional talk therapy, because it is not that I really believe these things are still happening in my head, but in my heart, I believed they were really still happening. So it's not just a mental thing that's going on. It is what it is that you believe in your heart and those kinds of things. They can change. You can get rid of triggers. It can happen to you. It is quite a process. That's why I do recommend my book, Unfreezing Trauma, my private journal of EMDR recovery. It goes through what happened in my sessions. It also has some comments from the therapist. So here's comments from the therapist at the end of each session to kind of pull it together. So you're not just all into crazy land with me, but coming back and seeing what it looks like from the outside as I'm doing it. It is a powerful therapy. It's used for all kinds of things. And it is an individual therapy. It's not what somebody does to you. It's what they open up and you do and realize and see for yourself. So that's a very important part of it, is that it is under your control. It's not somebody doing something to you. We've had enough of that, you know. We want to do stuff on our own, and this is EMDR is the way to go. So if you want to contact me, go to unfreezingtrauma.com and hit contact me. It'll go to my email, which I'll put down right here. It's unfreezingtrauma911@gmail.com. So if you have questions, if you want to find a therapist, if you are wondering if EMDR is for you, if you're having trouble, because it's hard to get that energy together for it, reach out, talk to me about it. We will be fine.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Amazing speakers. You know, I'm looking at our audience here. Let me just read their comments. Daniel Thomas, he's saying that keep up the great work. And yes, we will. We're not going to stop, my brother. Thank you so much for encouraging us. I can see Pililem Zomba is watching, and Susan Fraser is also with us. Mariah Cox.
That's my mom, Susan Fraser. That's my mom.
Oh, wow.
So my mom's watching. I didn't swear,
Hey,
Mom.
Mom.
Hi.
Mariah is also watching. Princess Sebe is watching. Okay, Princess Sebe was asking, can you please? Okay, yeah, she was asking if you can repeat the meaning of EMDR. And Lucille Murray, she's watching. She's saying, Canada blessings. Yes, sis, we can see you there. And yeah, and many, like we have an amazing audience today, and they've been really inspired from all of your messages, and they've been motivated. So thank you so much for your time, amazing speakers. And I hope our audience will reach out to you, because they will need to. They are being forced to reach out to you, because you know, knowledge, they always say knowledge is power. So I believe the knowledge that you have, sharing it to another person, it's going to come back to you like tripled. It's going to come back to you, that you change the world with the knowledge that you have. So thank you, amazing speakers today. So to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us today at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights.